Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this?
God damn it, son! You are making this shit too easy for me! Note to Black Bond, there's the sound clip you were looking for. This time, store it somewhere that you won't forget it.
What is going on, YouTube? It is I, once again, Black Bond, actually making a regular video. Thank you guys for showing up. Hit that like button, subscribe, get yourself reacclimated, whatever it is you want to do. Because over here on this channel, we keep it real, we keep it 100%. We give out gaming takes that are straight up for the better interest of you, the gamer. Quality gamers, hardcore gamers, not casual gamers, which is why I digress this topic right here. Why casual gamers really can bother me, and I feel like they lower the quality of gaming and they lower the bar to gaming. This whole accessibility in gaming is like the whole inclusion in society. And you know how I feel about this overly progressive inclusion in things. You don't know what I'm talking about? Look at Jill Valentine and some of the reviews from Rock Paper Shotgun saying that it's not fair. The nemesis is, it's a woman beater. Shut up. Oh my God. I mean, let's get out of the progressive nature of things and let's get back on the topic. So there was a discussion yesterday in Weapon Wheel where Kid Smooth was annoyed that a game, what was it, Tsushima? Shadows of Tsushima, whatever that Sony game is. I'm not really interested in it, so the name escapes me for the moment. But the fact that there's no waypoints or no way for the game to hold your hand has his little J Mega Jimmies up in a bunch. And this is just so asinine to me. There was never waypoints in 16 and 32-bit Japanese RPGs. There were never waypoints, I believe, in Elder Scrolls Daggerfall or Morrowind or games like that. There were never waypoints in Castlevania, in Metroid, or in any Metrovania, Castlevania type of game. There weren't waypoints. You had to figure things out. You're playing a game of Dragon Quest. They don't say, here's this giant arrow, here's where you're supposed to go. No. You talk to people in the village. You talk to NPCs. You investigate. You explore. You figure out where to go. That is part of the game and the experience of a game. A sense of being dropped into a world and going on an adventure. But now I feel like people just want to play games where they're literally like Star Fox. They're literally shmups. Rail shooters. They literally want to be on a confined path and walk straight forward, and they don't want to play a game. They don't want to play the game they want to play. They want to play a game the developer wants to play, where they say, go from point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, with you not being able to deviate from the course at all. Period. And that to me is boring. I'm sorry. So, I'm not about to clown anybody. I'm going to read some comments off of Weapon Wheel. Kieran Patterson. Really don't like Bond's take on the accessibility of things. I know he is arrogant, cocky most of the time, but games should be made for everyone. Maybe give people the option to turn them off or something, I don't know, but he was just being an asshole about it. I don't even necessarily think the game will need waypoints. We will have to wait and see, but I just think the way he talked about accessibility turned me off. Okay, let me give you an analogy real quick about how I feel casual gamers and the over-accessibility of gaming and games is hurting gaming. And no, I'm not taking that phone call right now. Don't need it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. We play basketball on a 10-foot hoop. Now imagine they said, oh no, well, this group of people get to play on an 8-foot hoop. Or this group of people can take 3 and 4 steps, not 2 steps. Would that be fair? Would that change the game? Would that change the experience? Imagine you watching the NBA and one team is playing on a 10-foot hoop, and the other team is playing on a 7-foot hoop. Or one team only needs 10 yards for a first down, or the other team needs 5 yards for a first down. Sometimes it's just not the ability to increase difficulty or to decrease difficulty, to increase the amount of damage enemies give you or decrease the amount of health you have. Sometimes changing these games and changing the way they're designed fundamentally changes the entire game in itself. Just like changing first downs from 10 yards to 5 yards, or a basketball hoop from 10 feet to 7 feet, would fundamentally change the way the game is played. Barring difficulty, I mean, what you guys are talking about is akin to playing an NBA player as a regular person, as far as like changing the rules. You're changing the way games are being designed and the way games are being meant to be played. And that I have a problem with. Because if you're making a game designed where you're just going from waypoint, and it's not an option of just turning it on and off. You are designing the game to be easy and accessible so a brain-dead clown like Smooth can simply play it. How is that challenging for me? How is the world challenging for me? It's not. Because if the game is easy and accessible enough for Smooth to be able to play it to where he needs waypoints, then how is this a game made for me? And this is why I say casual gamers are some of the most selfish gamers imaginable. You get every game created for you. Well, let's be real. 99% of games are created for casual gamers. They are. But the second we want a game designed for a seasoned gamer, a hardcore gamer, a gamer that has skill and doesn't mind losing, that actually wants to improve his craft, if you want to call it a craft, or actually looks forward to challenging himself. The second we want something like that, look at Sekiro. We have the casual gamers whining, complaining, and crying about it. You guys get every game made for you. And yet we want a couple games made for us. And you cry about it. Is it so hard to ask that you guys, I don't know, get good? And in 1 out of 10 games? In 1 out of 100 games? Is it really a problem for you to get good? For you to actually try? For you to turn on your brain? For you to read instructions? For you to follow tutorials? For you to use any semblance of common sense? Just so I can have an actual gaming experience tailored and catered to myself. No, because we can't get that. Because then we get the Sekiro. We get the Cupheads. We get the people crying and whining and complaining and moaning about it's too hard. They're not making this game more Good! Everything is accessible. Give me the 10-foot hoop. Give me First and 10. I am tired of playing games that treat me like it's 1st and 5. That treat me like I am playing a game on a 7-foot hoop. I'm tired of it. Y'all casuals get everything. Us people that have been around from the beginning, that have been supporting gaming from the beginning, that have enabled you casuals to even be able to game in the first place. Can we get a little love just every now and then? Every now and then. I don't understand how hardcore gamers are selfish. I don't get it. You can effectively design a game without waypoints, where it's not brain dead, where people can find their way around the game. We've all done it from Final Fantasy 1 through 10. We all did it in countless RPGs, countless games on the Super Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, Genesis, PS1, you name it. We have survived long enough that we don't need to be having our hand held as an adult. I really want to say grow up, but I don't even know if that's appropriate. It's just crazy. I mean, look at some of these comments here. There's no reason to not make things accessible from a business perspective. Hardcore gamers forget they aren't the target market as they used to be. And while I agree with him, I disagree. I agree because he's right. He is proving my point that hardcore gamers don't get catered to. That casual gamers are selfish. They can't let us have anything. And he goes on to say, it's just a selfish outlook he has. The game is the way I want it. If you want it, don't buy it. Yes! Thank you. That's how it should be. If you don't want to play it, don't buy it. But you being selfish saying that they should not design any games for hardcore gamers, I find that selfish. Casual gamers say it's selfish that we want hard games. We want games that challenge us. No. We want what we want, just like you want what you want. The problem is, out of 100 games, you get your way 99 times out of 100, but when we get our way 1 out of 100 times, you cry and complain. And you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a controlling, overbearing female. I'm Black Bond. I'll catch you guys next time.